Moin Moin, wir sind zurück bei Technomancer. Ich muss da, ich glaube, eine angreifende Mutantengruppe zurückschlagen. Welche Separatisten. Die gehören nicht dazu. Zu schauen da. Ja, das sind die Wachen gut. Okay. Händler gehen wir schon später.
I think she's hurt.
Have you tried applying lichen bandage? I've heard it works wonders.
Only if you dip it into milk first. The lichen dresses.
Okay, wir haben hier oben eine Nebenmission, aber ich mache mal
Thanks for the advice.
kleines Truppen.
Fix her up. She's my little baby.
Mal schauen, ob wir noch stark genug sind. Ich glaube, ich muss farmen zuerst. Ausbluten machen wir nicht. Serum, gut. So noch einiges zu entdecken. Oh, da ist der aber Mongo. Kane ist also auch noch unterwegs. Das könnte schon ein bisschen schwerere Gegner geben. Okay. Ist aber am anderen Ort.
Holy shit, it was a slaughterhouse. What made that psycho turn on his own? I was thinking that every problem could be solved if you had big enough backup.
That's how it
Rohkost.
Unfortunately, people can't be stopped.
Jetzt hier hinten durch. Gescheiter wieder zurück. Schauen wir später an.
It would seem they have blocked the doors to stop potential disruptions to the bloodbath they have prepared. I know of another way in, though. Follow me.
So, holen wir den.
Look what we have here. The fool who believed he was a more worthy chief than me. It is now my way or no way. Follow me, or follow death.
Will you never change, Cain? Is your only path the one stained with blood, paved with hate? The same hate destroying your own people. Look around. This valley was once filled with peace, but is now filled with gravestones. You cannot continue to lead our people down this road.
You have gone too far, Cain. Fight someone your own size.
Do not kill him. Even if his heart pumps with pure hatred, spilling it makes us no better than he. It ensures more blood will follow. Please, be better than he is.
Scum. If I were as good as you, I would not be me. And that is all I can be. One cannot continue to trim a weed that will not stop growing and spreading its seeds. One must rip it out by the roots. He will start wars among us, or between us. He cannot live another breath.
Da könnte ich jetzt losblüten wahrscheinlich als Antwort.
Glad we taught that prick asshole Cain a little lesson. Scum's a good guy, though even if his name sucks. It's gonna be hard to become cheap with a name like that, even though he'd make a good one. Why aren't you running, Phobos?
Sie sind jetzt alle
I have
verschwunden.
no interest. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Huh. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Ob es da etwas hat. Ist bis jetzt so der erste Ort, wo irgendwelche Art von Pflanzenwuchs hat. Ich könnte jetzt noch eine Nebenmission einbauen. Die gehen wir rauf, da müssen wir etwa da durch. Hinterbereich schauen wir da mal noch an. Das sollte ich schnell machen. Ob welche Gegner noch Viecher hat. Das ist echt da unten. Das war für nichts. Doch. Gegner. Können wir noch aufsteigen? Die Mutanten tun die Viecher in diesem Fall nicht. Das Dead End wahrscheinlich. Jetzt auch wieder zurück. Ich will auch noch schauen, ob hier auch noch irgendeine Kiste ist. Das ist auf einem anderen Bereich. Und da ging es dann wieder hierher. Wir können Leiter runterlassen. Nein, können wir nicht. Das wäre cool, falls wir da mal durch müssen. Wahrscheinlich darf ich da erst später her. Das ist irgendeine Höhle oder so. Machen wir die Nebenmission. Das Gespräch belauschen. Das bleibt hier schön auf.
Hey,
Hello. How are you?
someone told me about you, so I wanted to come say thanks. Your instructions helped me save my friend.
I'm just happy you got there in time. We would have helped ourselves, but feared letting humans know free mutants roam around.
Don't blame you. You see what led to all of that? By the time I got there, they tortured my friend, and the Technomancer in charge was leaving.
Found himself surrounded by the Technomancer and his soldiers. Wanted to know where they could find a man named Zachariah. You, I suppose.
What did he tell him?
Not the answer you were scared he gave. He said nothing of your location. Instead, he told this other Technomancer that he knew who he was, but it did not seem to matter. Question was asked again. This time your friend screamed back that he knew who he was, and that they must listen to him. That is when they began to beat him, and he began to scream for mercy. Mercy that would not come, even as he screamed that he could do something for them. The violence only grew. That is when we ran to warn Dandolo. What he was offering to do for them, I do not know. He never said. But it did not matter anyway. All they wanted to know was where you were. Nothing else to them mattered. The torture lasted for hours. Your friend may be not all there,
but his loyalty cannot be doubted.
Thanks. And thank you for going to Dandolo.
Of course.
Jetzt muss ich wieder zurück. Nein. Hierher. Okay. So, irgendetwas zu sammeln. Die ist nicht benutzbar. Fast übersehen. Das ist mal verloren.
Scott, thanks for coming. Please have a seat. I'm just trying to understand something.
Ah, a scientific query. Let us engage.
No, not quite. I just wanted to understand what you were doing with Alan under that shadow path. A couple mutants saw you and said you told Alan that you knew what he was, and that you could do... Of course, the jackass didn't give a damn. All he wanted to know was where we were. But what the hell were you trying to do, Scott?
Do? I wasn't doing. I was doing something, but not what... There are opportunities in life. He might have become an ally, a great Technomancer. Even if you're not friends, he could... I was... a mistake.
Das Charisma ist nicht so gut.
Scott, Amelia and I have done our own investigation, and we learned things. Like the fact that you became obsessed with research on genetic mutation because your son suffered from it. And I have a feeling it has something to do with your escape. I think you should start talking.
The past. It should stay in... unless they are relics or... so much hurt and tears and... But if you already know about my son, what use is there in hiding anything else? It is a rather laborious story, some of which you know, some of which it was 17 years ago, with our corporation's unparalleled obsession with the perfect man. I found myself ensconced in gene research. My son, my flesh and blood son. I loved that child, cherished him like nothing else, but my work stole time from him, more and more, and when he was diagnosed with symptoms of the mutation, I disintegrated. As the best geneticist in abundance, I ensconced myself in research of its genome, discovering its mutation, and I heard whispers of tests the settlers had made, because they, too, coping with the chaotic mutative effects of the radiation. So, my friend, Mark, delivered me to a distant city, remote, nearly unlivable. I stayed there, poring through their documents until one day, I uncovered their work on a therapy which had only a singular side effect.
It modified the human body's electrical production.
Precisely. Technomancers are the result of a controlled genetic manipulation, mutations instigated to protect us from more erratic mutations created by the radiation, a discovery I found myself racing to try out on my son. But first, I needed test subjects. So I volunteered to heal children in the slums. Found 2 young boys there to test its efficacy. And lo and behold, it worked.
Andrew and me.
Yes, yes. Your abilities were gained thanks to my experiments, but that was not all that was gained. I had proof that I could replicate the therapy, and that, you know, now, could resist other forms of mutations. From there, well, I secured a research budget from the military, who in turn assured me they would return my son. But for him, it was too late. The experiment failed to help him, and I found myself with little choice but to end his suffering, rather than see him in a life of slavery, a life of a monster. And to the military, because I could not yet reveal what I knew, as I knew not yet what you were to become. Saw only my failure. I lost everything, found myself socially exiled. And when Andrew's death came, you, Zachariah, became my only chance for success, my only chance to regain my past glory. So I kept close to you for all these years, until you finally became a Technomancer, my success. A chance for me to win back my approval, glory within abundance. I would be the man who created Technomancers. We needed to escape. By seeing Alan, I had hoped to fix that they might take you back, and in turn, I might... Madness. The madness had overtaken me. Greed. Instead of being proud of my success in you, I only wanted more and more, and... Forgive me.
Leave me alone. Please.
Das sehe ich nicht ganz die Infos, die ich gesucht habe. Ich möchte ja wissen, was der mit dem anderen berät hat. Und ich glaube nicht sehr clever beendet, das Gespräch. Leider. So, hier wären 2 kleine Aufträge. Aber da hätte ich noch wissen, was jetzt da noch kommt. Für das Mutantenteil. Komisch. Also der Händler sollte ja noch schauen, ob sie ein paar Baupläne haben. Machen wir auf dem Rückweg. Geht jetzt das Tor wenigstens auf? Es würde mich wundern, dass das Tor nicht aufgeht. Gut, vielleicht hätte ich es von innen müssen aufmachen. Doch es geht.
Zachariah, you are living proof that our people can live in harmony. You have helped us enormously, but now I believe it is time to make a decision.
We must present a chief to the assembly.
The time for speaking, I am afraid, is dwindling. If our internal quarrels give rise to conflict within our own, we need someone to unite us. We must walk as one race, place differences aside.
Then it should be you. There is no mutant who lacks respect for you. And unlike Cain, your leadership will not spill blood.
As a strategist, though, you are greatly respected as well. Perhaps it is you who should run.
Was machen wir? Phobos wäre vielleicht besser, weil er stärker ist, aber der verliert in der Gruppe.
But I think that it makes sense for you to be chief, Scum. You inspire them, and that's what they need.
Perhaps you are correct, Zachariah. Though the fear of needing to be not just a chief, but a strategist that must lead a charge to free our brothers, I do not know. But we shall see what my people have to say.
My love and support are yours, scum. I will continue on with Zachariah until he finds peace, but I will come back to help you once it is done.
Egoistisch gewesen, ja?
Once we spoke like this, remember? When we were bound in our chains. But that's behind us. And today, myself, scum, in this valley that is ours, can finally say, I! And such freedom was bought with blood of our fallen brothers. Hear me when I speak these words. I also have the belief that our found freedom must be shared. And for that reason, let us rise, but with no violence, without freedom taken by crushing down those who, too, were once our brothers. So might we all be brothers someday, even those who once bathed in our humiliation. In my dreams, I see a planet where mutants and men live together, break bread together, bear witness as their kin play together. Let us not create adversaries with wrath, or become the cruelty once shown to us. Instead, let us show mercy, and in that mercy, let there lie our road to peace. And with the Shadow's mercy, may this dream of freedom and equality spread across the surface of our planet.
Zachariah, we must talk.
About what?
This is your safe house. The ASC could not reach you here, correct?
Oh, er Hochsteig fällt tief.
But consider this. Even if Victor could not reach you here, how many times has he tried to impede you, to track you? You've already had to escape from his grasp twice. Perhaps the time has come to be less passive, to gather your allies and take the offensive for once. Word of the power he accumulates in the People's Assembly of Abundance is terrifying. I speak not of violence, but perhaps of some other way to bring him down. With all that you have done for so many, I am certain many would be more than willing to come to your aid, and even more invigorated when that aid will bring such a tyrant to his knees. You have our support, the Technomancers, and any others you can gather. And from the great heights to which he has climbed, the fall will be tremendous. He will not recover.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it is time to take the offensive.
He's got a point, you know? Maybe you should talk to your captain. I mean, how long's the ASC been fucking over the army? They gotta be fed up with them by now, no? I mean, the fucking army'd be a great damn ally in Ophir. Not that there are others in Ophir who'd be happy to give us their support, but not really the kind of pricks I want to get in bed with, you know?
You talking about Anton and the Vori?
I sure as hell wasn't talking about my
Sind wir
grandma.
fertig hier? Fragen wir Alan.
Greetings, Zachariah.
I think it's time I answered Victor's constant attacks. I'm gonna need help, though.
That's what family is for, Zachariah. We are family, united by the mutual suffering inflicted by Victor. His time to pay for all he's done has come. We are united in that.
Die erste haben wir, also, nein, die zweite schon. Wir haben die Mutanten, wir haben Technomancer, das war noch wenig gewesen. Wir müssen sicher noch das Händlerdorf auf unsere Seite bringen.
I'm pleased Scum was chosen. He has already proven he can lead our people. And his speech was so noble.
Der Erfahrungsbonus ist weg. Okay. Gehen wir sicher ihn noch holen als erstes.
Zachariah, what can I do for you?
I need allies to fight Victor in the ASC.
Then you came to the right place. The bastard came to our doorstep and threatened us. Sent thugs to capture one of our own who came in peace, seeking refuge. There's not a day that goes by that he doesn't grab and gain more power. The time's come to bring Victor down. You not only have me on your side, Mancer, but all of Noctis.
Warum jetzt direkt ins Mutantental? Die Wori könnte sein, dass wir die ablehnen im Fall. Die Armee wollen wir natürlich auch noch fragen. Ich gehe zuerst alle fragen, bevor wir zurückkehren. Wir hätten wahrscheinlich schon genug Verbündete. Aber ich probiere bei allen. Je mehr, je besser. Vor allem hast du die schon mal nicht als Gegner. Aber die Wori könnten mich ablehnen, die haben mich nicht so gern. Das könnte Stress geben. Aber vielleicht hasst der ASC noch mehr als uns. Phobos Party. Warum kann ich die nicht mehr aus meinem... Irgendetwas haben noch nicht erledigt.
Hi, Zach. How are you?
Hello, Amelia.
Aus einem Grund kann ich sie nicht wechseln. Ich glaube, für sie muss ich in ein Lager noch gehen. Ich weiss nicht, Material holen, Waffen oder irgendetwas. Aber ich möchte schon für die grossen Kämpfe können wählen, wer mich begleitet. Und sie wird nicht bei meiner Wahl sein. Ich würde eigentlich meinen Technomancer-Kollegen mitnehmen. muss ich mehr in meine Technomancer-Fähigkeiten investieren, aber ich habe das Gefühl, es ist fast ein bisschen zu spät. Falls es einen heftigen Endboss gibt hier. Wo ich wahrscheinlich die Fähigkeiten brauche. Ich kann so mal noch ausrüsten, ja, bis jetzt. Das machen wir noch. Und eine schwächere Fähigkeit ausrüsten als die wir haben. Wie geht das? Das ist es nicht. Haltungen. Aktionen. Berserker. Ah, da oben muss ich es machen. Oh. Okay. Der Meli hat ja mehr defensiv. Der, so, hier. Mal Lichtbögen, oder? Tu die auf Kreis. Nicht klappt. Und dann muss ich links 2. Und Kreis. So. Die müssen noch verstärkt werden. Aber die könnten auch noch reinschlagen, wenn ich die ein bisschen verbessere. Aber ich müsste jetzt ein paar Stufen aufsteigen, noch bevor wir die Endschlacht haben. Dass wir hier die Nebenmission noch mitnehmen. Die Tipps ja für nichts. Fallen habe ich ja noch nie eingesetzt. Ich muss die mal testen. Das Gefühl, irgendwann brauchen wir das Zeug. Ich habe natürlich jetzt meine Stabkampffähigkeiten noch erhöht. Alle anderen habe ich einfach lassen. Oh, zu spät ausgewichen. Hey, ich gehe zweimal hintereinander. Ich muss stärker werden. Das sind leider noch nicht die Stärke. Sonst wäre es aber eine gute Fähigkeit. Habe ich verschlafen. Dann könnte ich mal noch schauen, ob wir irgendwo gute Ausrüstung kaufen können, weil wir haben enorm viel Geld, also Serum. Mehr als wir brauchen können. Schnell schauen, bevor die angreifen. Okay, da müssen wir her. Wir gehen zuerst ebenfalls übergeben, Opposition. Die kämpfen alle nicht. Oh. Knopf drückt, aber... eingestellt am Start. Da nichts gegeben. Der hockt jedes Mal, wenn wir hier kommen ab. Das Skript ist immer, wenn du kommst, hockt der da. Das ganze Spiel durch.
After everything they've done, they attacked our city.
Typical backroom politics,
Ja,
keeping the
muss
little
ich.
guys down.
Nein, bin ich falsch.
It's true.
Ich muss rein. Ich mit dem Barkeeper noch etwas.
Hey there.
Hey, they're back. What kind?
Ich glaube, das sehen wir alles schon. Alles schon geholt. Zu der Wari muss ich auch noch. Bei denen habe ich nicht das Gefühl, dass die mitmachen. Die hassen mich ja sehr viel gegen die entschieden. Widerstand Informationen ab.
Hi.
Hello there, Mr. Mancer. Good to see you.
How have you been coping with the ASC's rise to power?
It's not me I'm working on this. It's just one voice. So, what did you learn?
I was able to get some answers for you.
Great. I knew you would. Go on, what did you find?
Keep names out of
die auch noch
this.
ins Boot.
Clear.
Of course. Our sources are always protected. Go on.
According to my source, the Army's reducing its troops by 50%, and the official reasons are the rising rates of desertion, the number of Technomancer arrests, and the shrinking size of the standing force during peacetime. But she says this doesn't explain everything, as many good officers and soldiers are being let go without reason, and replaced by members of the ASC. In fact, the fear is if the ASC attempted a coup today, the Army couldn't stand in the way because there are too many ASC entrenched in its ranks.
That's terrifying. And it's news that'll hit the hearts of people in this city. All the people with soldiers and their families, soldiers who fought hard, now being fired only to make room for spies. What else did you find out?
I talked to an expert on corporation politics who had first-hand knowledge about Aurora and us.
And how'd he say Abundance lost?
Aurora's troops were led by a general named Wisdom, who used Technomancers. And apparently they've got a lot more than we do, especially recently.
So Abundance arrests and detains you and your brothers, our greatest weapons, and fall because of it. Guess that's karma.
But what's more, they rallied the common people, recruited local and national militias who were feverishly motivated by the promise of gaining a voice on Aurora's council. Aurora became the first corporation to empower its people to fight. So while Aurora brought everyone together for the war, strengthening their numbers, Abundance fought weakened, bleeding their ranks, arresting its own Technomancers. Our army, well-trained and well-equipped as it is, didn't stand a chance. We lacked the Technomancers to lead the charge and the motivation of Aurora's militias to persevere.
That's incredible. By giving power to the people, Aurora all but assured its victory. The power of unification is real. And the self-sabotaging nature of our government ruled by paranoia and fear cost us the war.
I also talked to a mutant who heard about the camp breakout and the mutant who led it.
Fantastic. And?
The mutants in that camp were living in hell, day in and day out. They'd finally just had enough. So one day, A guard was beating on a mutant too tired to work. As much as the others pleaded, the guard wouldn't stop. So another mutant stepped in and hit him back. The guards threatened to kill 10 mutants in retaliation. And that lit the fuse. With the help of a prisoner from Aurora, the mutants got their hands on some tools, and the riot started. They weren't trying to escape. They just wanted the abuse to stop. But the way the guards reacted made the mutants fear that it would only get worse. So they got out, led by a mutant named Scum. It's now a bit of a legend among them.
And where'd they go?
I can't tell you that.
Fair enough. You need to protect your sources, right? Another story the people need to hear. It's what happens when you mistreat beasts long enough. Eventually, they'll turn on you. Thanks for all the information. Once I write the articles and get them out there for people to read, I think the people are gonna have a wake-up call about how different the truth is from the propaganda their government's feeding them.
Hope it makes a difference.
You and me both. But real change has to start with the truth. Hold on. I've got one more thing to ask of you, if I could. One more thing to really make sure we can ignite some change.
And what's that?
We put our news on the city walls. The man who's been doing it for us lives in the exchange. Getting there, though, has honestly gotten too dangerous for us.
So you want me to be your delivery man?
A deliverer of truth. To those who have been starved of it, yes. If you would do that for us.
Yeah, I can do it for you. I'll see you later. Hi,